Hello everyone, welcome to PCS Journey. Let's understand about the passage of the new bill on criminal reforms by the Indian Parliament. Let's understand them in detail. Criminal laws or the criminal bill. The passage of the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita 2023, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 and Bharatiya Sakshya Bill 2023 is a watershed moment in our history. These bills mark the end of the colonial era laws. A new era begins with the laws centered on public service and welfare. This statement marked by PM Narendra Modi. On August 11, 2023, three bills were introduced in the Lok Sabha to replace the IPC, CrPC, and IEA. Let's understand them in detail one by one. What are the provisions and what the Act tells about the criminal system in India. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 BNS is replacing the Indian Penal Code 1860 or the IPC. Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita 2023 BNSS replaces Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 and Bharatiya Sakshya Bill 2023 replacing as Indian Evidence Act. Let's understand about the context of the bill. The Indian Penal Code 1860, the Indian Evidence Act 1872 and the Code of Criminal Procedure 1882, the Police Act 1861 and the Prisons Act 1894 were enacted as the main law to govern criminal justice in British India. This Code of Criminal Procedure was replaced in 1898 and again by the Code of Criminal Procedure of 1973. After the commencement of the Constitution, police and prisons were placed in the state list of Schedule 7. While IPC, CrPC, and IEE govern the overall criminal justice system over the years, various special laws have also been enacted. Let's understand about the major provisions of the Act. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. The major provisions added by the bill or the act is the new offences like organized crimes, terrorist, petty organized crime, hit and run, mob lynching, hiring child to commit offences, and sexual exploitation of women by deceitful means has been introduced in the act. Definition of child is introduced. Transgender is included in the definition of gender. New chapter on offences against women and child is introduced and new chapter on the abetment or the conspiracy is introduced. Let's understand some other provisions about the second major reforms. You can read the provisions in the given slides. Let's talk something about next changes. Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita. Major changes mentioned about the zero FIR throughout the country introduced or filing of FIR through electronic means. Introducing the preliminary inquiry is introduced in offences punishable from 3 years to less than 7 years. Scope of declaring proclaimed offender is increased. Earlier only 19 offences were included, which does not include the rape. Now it included all the cases which have the punishment of above 10 years. Let's understand some other provisions about the act or about the Indian Evidence Act. What are the major changes that has been mentioned under Indian Evidence Act or the Bharatiya Sakshya Bill? Electronic record included in the definition of document. Statement received electronically included in the definition of evidence or the evidence provided in the courts during the proceedings of the cases. This has been included so that the cases can be solved in earlier or in the time duration or the limited time duration. Some more provisions have been added to the bills, but these are the some of the highlights or the some of the major changes. Recently, Supreme Court judges has given their judgment on the provisions of adultery or has decriminalized the provisions of adultery. So the new bill has removed all the provisions of adultery or the penalties related to adultery. These are some of the highlights of the bill in the slide mentioned on the screen. You can read them one by one. Thank you so much.